Hello, hello. Anybody who knows me well knows that I love making pizza. I probably make pizza at least once a week, and if I'm being honest with myself, possibly more than that, but who's counting? Uh, anyway, uh, since the quarantine started, I've been getting lots and lots of questions about how do you make your pizza dough and how do you do the sauce and all these kinds of different components of the pizza. There's just been a big surge of interest because, well, we're in quarantine and there's nothing else to do. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to do a Neapolitan pizza dough for two 10 to 12 inch pizzas. And then we'll also be going over how to make just a really basic marinara sauce that's going to give a nice kind of sweet flavor to that pizza. We're going to start with the dough. And so things that you're going to need are 2 1/3 cups of all-purpose unbleached flour. If you can get the fancy organic high-protein stuff, like my friends were kind enough to smuggle for me because it's quarantine and there's no good flour available. But if you can get this stuff, get that. But otherwise, just the kind of all-purpose flour that you get at the grocery store is just fine as well. You want 1 cup of water at just a little bit above room temperature. So let's say, 80-ish degrees. You want a teaspoon of salt, and then you want instant yeast, and you're going to use about half a teaspoon of instant yeast. The pizza recipe that we're going to be doing today wants to rest overnight. So this is typically at least a 24 to 48 hour recipe. So you're going to get the dough together and then stick it in the fridge for 24 hours. If you absolutely cannot wait and you need pizza tonight, like I know we sometimes do, then what you would do is you would double the amount of yeast. Okay, so you'd use a teaspoon instead of half a teaspoon. The reason that you want that pizza though to rest for 24 to 48 hours is that the slower it rises, the more complex the flavor gets. So the pizza gets better the longer it kind of hangs out in the fridge, up to about 20 or 48 hours, I should say. So for this recipe, we want it probably 24 hours, but in a pinch, you can do it in just 2 hours. Another thing with this recipe is that for the dough, I'm going to be kneading this by hand because I know not everybody has a KitchenAid or a stand mixer at their house. If you wanted to use the stand mixer, that's typically the way that I do it. What you need to do is just use the dough hook and then follow the same steps that I'm going to show you with kneading the pizza by hand, and use the lowest setting that you have on your stand mixer. And I think that's all I have for this kind of opening part. So let's get going on some dough, all right?